Good afternoon. I was just at the river and near my school, and thought, yeah, I would do my video at the river, but the rain came down, so I'm back in the car. But it's all good because the message is gonna be. Anyway, this was talking about massive energies. That's what this video is called, about massive energies. So first of all, Saturday, for the collective of the women, mothers, and many, I don't know if everybody else felt it, but I felt the magnitude of that energy once I did my prayers. I was at the ocean, and I was able to do my prayers at the ocean, and my friend was with me, and she was like watching the water come closer as the prayers was going, and it just lets you know the energy is listening to you. They are hearing. So I know that there was a huge amount of energy that was conjured up that took place with that collective, people all over the world in different places praying collectively. It was phenomenal. That energy was like, yeah, it's just the beginning. And I wanted to come on before, I wanted to come on and do a video before, but the energy, even in my own self, I was having to process that energy because it was so big. It was so much that it made me have to lie down. Saturday night, I was like, yo, shut down. And I understand it was like frequency shift, had to get shut down. So that was all good. Sunday, went to the river to see Oshun. Like I said, you call on the energies, they come. I'm telling you, the sounds, the vibrations of our voices, the prayers, the collective prayers was like creating a wave of energy that is going to be continuous. And what they said to me is, this is not something that should have to be a one-time thing. Now, wherever you are in the world, because I had a sister that was from England, and for the collective, it was like, should we do it at 10 or 10:55 or 5:55? Well, anyway, whatever time you did it was perfect, because it was felt. The energy of the collective of women and the lights coming together was phenomenal. So I give thanks to Olodumare, I give thanks to the divinities for assisting with that process. And Iya Oyawumi, thank you again. Adupayo, that was the idea for the summer solstice was absolutely perfect. So anyway, they wanted us to know that this shouldn't be a one-time thing. The divine feminine he's coming back and making a big change, a transformation in this world that you're going to have to, you feel it and you're going to see it. So what they want us to do is to make this a continuous thing, not just like that one-time thing at 5:55. So wherever you are at 5:55 in the world, if you take 5 minutes out of your time and pray, that energy, wherever it is at 5:55, wherever you are in the world at 5:55, you pray, you as the collective, and that energy is going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is something, and at first I was like, at 5:55 all the time? But it's like, well, if you're thinking about changing the world with divine love, you got to put in the effort, you got to put in that energy, you got to put in that time. If you could binge watch a program for however long, you could take 5 minutes out of your time at 5:55 just to do a collective prayer. So they're saying that they want this to be something continuous that we all do, even if we all have our time that we pray or meditate and things like that. So they want us to actually take a time out and think about it and say, okay, at 5:55, no matter where we are in the world, just take 5 minutes out and pray. This should be continuous. That, the divine feminine, there's a reason for it, because the changes it's going to make. Like I said, I know, and I felt what we did on Saturday. I felt it. You can't tell me that didn't make that energy was not felt by the many. So I'm thankful that they are giving me this information. I'm thankful that they are connecting me with people that see and understand what this is, because the women's energies we're bringing in change. Okay, so they also wanted us to understand, absolutely 5:55 daily. Aburabo ya bosheshe iya 5:55 daily, absolutely. There's no reason why we can't do it. And that's why they said this is something that we should continue to do. And you'll see the momentum change. You'll see the energy just keep rising and rising and rising. The frequency will shift because it's our intention and our attention to this is what's going to bring it about. We don't even have to be around each other in order to make a change collectively. And this is what it is. This is what unity brings. And the other thing they wanted me to talk about is, divine love. People seem to think that divine love is a very passive energy or very, like you sit there, kumbaya kind of stuff. Nothing wrong with kumbaya because I understand that. But divine love has within it the knowledge to eliminate what isn't supposed to be there. So depending on what energy you're vibrating at, it's saying allowing divine love to be a part of you. If you want to eliminate negativity, okay. In the Odu, I think it's Otoro Meji, it talks about no matter how powerful wickedness is, righteousness will always win out. Always win out. So that lets you know, divine love has within it the intelligence to eliminate what is not meant to be there. So if you're operating in a space of love, which is what unity is and the divine love, then anything that you want to eliminate from your space can be done so with that information and that knowledge and wisdom coming from the divine love's perspective. Divine love is not very passive. Divine love has within it the ability to kick ass wherever it needs to kick ass. Just because it's divine love, anything vibrationally that is underneath that is a part of it. So it can eliminate what doesn't need to be there. So you have to understand it from that perspective. So if you're vibrating with love, it has the knowledge and wisdom to be able to do whatever it has. But if you're vibrating at a space of anger and bitterness, which is lower level energy, you're vibrating at that level. So that's what you're bringing into you even more. So he's saying as a collective, as we understanding our vibrating with love, we'll have more positive outcomes. We'll have more ways of dealing with things. We'll have more ways of, things that will give us the ability to change things. We'll have more, what's the word? Answers. The answers that we need in order to make changes will come to us because there's nothing resisting. And when you're in that space of love, there's no resistance. When you're angry, when you're bitter, when you're going through an egotistic space, there's blockages. And the divine cannot flow through you in that light. So he's saying with divine love is an energy that is big. You know what I mean? If the whole universe is operating from that space, it has the intelligence of everything within it and the ability to know how to eliminate what is not necessary. So they're saying that we got to start understanding it's our duty to, it's our duty to vibrate from that level of perspective. And, anger has its place. But for a period of time, when you resonate and you reside there, that's your problem. Anger comes to let you know there's a problem, there's an issue, and we need to deal with it. Once you get to that, then you allow the higher wisdom to kick in, which is love, to move through that and to change what needs to be changed. You reside with energy of negativity, you will, you'll produce more in kind. So again, collectively, we got to make a change and continue that change. We've got to build on that momentum. So again, with the prayers at 5:55, for us to continue to do this, this is phenomenal. I when they said that, I was like, yo, that's amazing. And even still, collectively, if we have opportunities to come together in groups and make changes and pray and do whatever, that's great. But even in our own individual spaces, because, we've got people who work, and don't have the ability to get to other people. But you already know when you're at work and you want to go to the toilet, it can take 5 minutes. Take that 5 minutes if that has to be, you know what I mean? Even if you have to go in the bathroom for 5 minutes, take that time out and pray. Be a part of the solution of making a change, the transformation in this world. And we can do this. There's nothing stopping us but ourselves. And like I said, the momentum of this weekend, what it did. How can I join prayers? You just be wherever you are, and at 5:55 you pray. Your energy being in alignment with everybody else's energy, wherever they are in the world. It doesn't matter. Australia, England, friggin' Yeah, anywhere, anywhere in the world, doesn't matter where you are in the world at 5:55, you pray. Your prayers are heard, your prayers are felt because it's going with the collective. And if we have that in our intentions and have that in our minds and hearts, that collectively we are just praying for the change and the shift in this planet, we cannot go wrong. We're going to see the change that we want. We are the change that we're looking for. So we have to do things in order to make that happen. And that's why they want us to do this, a continuous thing, continuously praying at 5:55. You know what I mean? For 5 minutes. I say 5 minutes. I mean, when I was at the ocean, I don't know if I was there 10, 15, just praying. And the energy that I felt there was so phenomenal that, yeah, Oshun took one of my my coral from my wrist. But I understand, like I said, there's a lot of transformations going on. Again, yo, this was the deep one. When I went to the river on Sunday, went to give an offering, and I'm sitting there because I'm praying, I'm calling on Oshun. I call on all of the energies, but particularly I was calling on Oshun, you know, and I was, praying. I had my oranges and I had some honey, and I was praying, and I had my friend, my goddaughter, and her children were there, so I was going to give a blessing for them. And as I was praying and I was singing to Oshun real nicely, then all of a sudden, okay, the water goes like that, yeah, from right to left. Then all of a sudden I'm standing there. Then all of a sudden the water, you saw the water, the waves looking like the movement in the water coming towards us. So like it's like in a straight line, just coming. I was like, I had my glasses on, so I was like, do you see that? And they was like, yeah. All of a sudden I looked to the left. The water, now this is the current going opposite direction. So the water's supposed to go this way. This is the regular current. Then I'm seeing the waves coming this way, like going totally against it, coming towards us. I look that way, the same thing to the right. So from 3 directions, the water is showing ripples coming towards us. I was like, one, I didn't record it because I'm like, evidently this is a moment in time. And I'm like, if I didn't see that for myself, I didn't even know how I'd be able to believe it. But the couple of people that I spoke to, they was like, yeah, that's Oshun. That was the energy of Oshun letting you know your prayers are heard. So that's why I'm saying to you, this weekend was powerful. The divine feminine, the primordial energies, the mothers, the great mothers, the Iyami, they hear us. They hear us, and they want us to make sure that we know that we are instrumental in this change. We have a voice, we have a power that once we tap into it and know that we tap into it collectively, together, the changes that we make is going to be felt throughout history. This is not just for now. This is for our generations moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. But it's that energy of the women, the energy of the feminine, the divine feminine. I say the divine feminine because even in the masculine, they have the divine feminine a part of them. So if they want to be a part of that collective too, but it's a part of, that is that energy. It is the divine feminine's energy that is moving this, that is being a part of the change of the collective in this world. So, you know what I mean? If we can do that at 5:55 every day, hey, more power to us, and we'll see it. And the more that we're allowing them to utilize us and walk with us, there's nothing in our world that's not going to change. Because we're going through some times. We're going through some challenging times. And we just got to understand that the spirits, the divinities are with us. When we have an intention, we set an intention. When we set an intention, the intention is felt throughout the world. And we know we can do this. So anyway, because I'm getting out in here, because now it stopped raining. Now I've left the river. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there because, yeah, I think that was enough. But remember, divine love has the ability to shift everything. It's got nothing to do with being passive, and it's not something that just sits down and don't do nothing. It does whatever it needs to do whatever it needs to do. And we have to understand, when we vibrate with that level of energy, of divine love, there is nothing that we can't achieve. There's nothing that we can't change, because we have that kind of power, because we got it like that. And that's what they want us to understand. We have it like that. And you have to know it and trust it and own it, because that's who we are. All right. So I'm going to leave it there, and because I'm getting out in this car. But I love you and thank you again, not from me, through the collective of participating in the change that we are making in this world. We all have gifts, And we all have a power that runs through us, and they're just saying, let's collectively unify and bring this about wherever we are. We haven't got to stop and take away, or, you know, make things harder than what it is. No. 5:55 every day. Just say a prayer. Say, and even if you can't move, when you see that time come up, even in your head, even if you think about what you want to say collectively, you're being a part of it. So this is something that we're going to keep doing, and just keep doing, and just keep doing. You know, you've got other nations, you've got other civilizations and stuff that they do certain prayers at certain times a day. You know what I mean? The Divine Feminine is saying 5:55. 5:55. 5 is a very powerful number. We already know that. So let's do this. But anyway, I love you all. I love me too. And yeah, yeah. Thanks again. I love you. This is phenomenal. We're gonna do this. We're gonna keep doing this, because we all we have is each other. Without you, I don't exist. Without me, you don't exist. We are one. So let's do this. All right. Take care. All right. Love you. Oda.